Hello guys, I'm gonna try to show you guys how to make a power door to be opened by a switch, then automatically closed 5 seconds later. I can first apologize for my bad English, it's not my native tongue, but I'll try to do my best to explain this quite difficult thing. So first of all, here's the switch. Put it on. See, it opened even when I turned the switch off, and automatically closed. So the same thing here. Turn green. Just to show you the outside. It's the same thing. I can stand the back a little. There you go. And I have another door up here. So and it could take a while until it opens, I don't know. But it works. And a quick look how my settings look like. It's kind of crazy. But I'm going to try to explain to you how everything works. Okay, so now we're going to show you how this thing works. I have put a power conduit here that is connected to a reactor, so that's our power source. And then I got these two switches. And remember, well, as I showed you before, I have each switch on the opposite side of the door. So, but to make things easier to show you guys, I'm going to put them just on top of each other. So, well, to make this thing work, you need logical gates, and you need 3 of those. First of all, you need XOR logic gate, and that one works that it will only transmit, it will transmit power if the conditions are met, and the conditions for this one is it should only be one power source that should be active, or as it says, it transmits powers if exactly one input has power. And then it should use an AND gate, and that transmit power is if all inputs have power. And then another XOR gate, exactly the same as the top one, but we're going to connect this a little bit different, so that will make all the difference. So first of all, we connect power to each switch, and then we connect each switch to all of the logical gates. Like this. And remember, so this one will act like a power source of its own, as you can say. So so this one is lit because the conditions are met. You got power from all the connected wires, because this one is on and this one is on. So these 2 wires are electrified, so that's why this one is lit. And these ones, the conditions for these ones were that only one power source should be active. That's when they are lit. So if I turn one of these off, now these 2 are active. But to make the difference between this one and this one, we take another third connection, and that's directly from the reactor, so no switch. That means this one will always have power. In other words, if I turn both of these off, it will still have one input that is always active. So that's how this one will turn on, well, be activated even though both of the switches are off. And if I turn one of these on, since this one is only connected by 2 wires, now it's, and one of them is active, that means the condition are met. Only one input is active. So no matter which combination you make, it will always be one of these 3 logical gates that is activated. And also, it doesn't matter which one you click on, it always changes, as you can see. And by that means, if I connect all of these 3 to this power, and this door will open only if it has power. So if I connect these 3 to this power node, it will be open all the time. So all this would be for nothing. So how do I change to make it close automatically? Well, first of all, you have to go under power connectors and switches, and then let's see, a delayed off switch. Problem with this one now, so well, how this one works, if let's say if I would connect this one, no, like this. So if I turn one of this off, we'll activate this one, and this will cut the power in a short amount of time. But that's way too short. You need to be really fast to get through. So how to, first of all, to change that, you have to take it to a terminal. I have already one here prepared. So connect it only to one terminal, nothing more. Then go into the terminal, and then you can choose delay time, and now I take 5 seconds. But really important, you have to only connect this one to the terminal, and the terminal of course needs power. So but in order for it to work, you can disconnect it, and now it will have a 5 seconds delay. I can plug this one in directly. But if I connect all of these outputs to this one, as you can see, that one was the active one, and it should close in 5 seconds time. Problem is, this won't work, because since when I change any one of these, the switch between logical gates is instantly. It will actually never run out of power. It will always be active, and therefore it will never activate the delay. Well, it won't work. So how you get around it is to disconnect the wires, and then go to generating switches, and then you have to have a delayed on switch. Problem is with this one, only try this one. I believe it's not possible to have only one. You have to have 3 different, well, one delayed on switch for each logical gate. Because this is exactly the same as this one. It will never cut the power. You need to, well, cut the power and then turn it back on in order for this switch to work. So, oh, maybe that was unnecessary to disconnect all of them, but anyway, let's see. So I put 2 more. Put them. And connect each of them. And actually I've been trying to look for a guide like this on YouTube, but I haven't found one. That's why I'm making this one myself. It would be much better if someone else who is better in English on English than me, who could teach people how to do stuff like this. But let's see, it's all connected. No, this one is not. Yeah, so each logical gate is connected to their own delayed on switch, and all of this delayed on switch is connected to the delayed off switch, which in order is connected to the door. And that's how you do it. So but could be good to mention that sometimes this mess up. I don't know. It's a buggy thing. It's sometimes it doesn't work. The delayed on switch stay well powered on for some reason. There's no logical reason. But if that happens, it's just to disconnect everything, and well, that switch, that pylon, disconnect it and connect it again. Or maybe store it and put them up again. Then it should work. But that's how we do it. And yeah, I hope you learned something. So, and I'm gonna show you how I have made my own connections. Well, how I can do it more advanced, because you want this switch on the other side of the door and this one on one side, and well, and therefore this one of these switches could be far away from this logical gate, but that doesn't matter. As long as you connect them, it can be how far away. So, well, anyway, thank you guys. Okay, so to wrap things up, I'm gonna quickly show you how, well, how my setting look like. So this is well, I'm pretty early in my construction. Actually, I've only just created these doors. But so this is the lower floor door. There's another one up here somewhere, and the controls for this one, the logical gates for this one, is on the second floor up here. So remember, for this one to open, it needs power. So as for now, it doesn't have any power at all, because I have used this delayed off switch that I cut the power for this one. And here is the output of the door. It goes to this one, through the wall, to this one, and to this conduit that goes all outside the wall up here. It was a crazy connection, but maybe you can do it much better than I have done. But I don't. Well, I haven't mastered the wiring techniques yet. And well, here I got the switch, and the switch needs electricity to work. So one of these is electricity. Can't remember which one, but one of these is electricity, and the other one is connected to the wire is wired to the logical gate on the next floor. And also these, I have used conduits and a bit of a headache. On the outside, looks like this. So exactly the same. The switch need power to in order to work. So one of these are powers, and the other one is this one is power, and because I have this one in order for the light to work, and this one is to the logical gate on this floor. And same goes with this door. The switch needs power, so we got powers from this one, and it's connected to the logical gates through this conduit. So open this one up. Took a while. On the other side, you can see. Oh, damn it! As you can see, this conduit is just connected to the other side. This door is much easier to connect because the logical gate is just right above it. So this is from the switch from the outside, goes to each logical gate, and here's the switch, and it's not connected to the output. It just kind of looks like that, but it's not. It's connected to the electricity. Oh, and the other wire is also connected to the logical gates. The power for this one is connected to this conduit that goes over here, that goes to the delayed off switch and the other pylons. The other door, you got shit, it was quite a mess when I built this. Yeah, so this is the logical gate from the lower floor, goes up like this, and then put here. And this is also for the logical gate from the other side of the door, goes up here, and connected to the logical gates. This is the power that you need to the top one, the XOR gate on top, because as I told you before, you need 3 inputs on the top one in order for it to work. And all the outputs goes to this delayed on switch, which is connected to the delayed off switch, which in order is connected to this one, and this one is connected to the power input to the door. So I guess it could be quite good to have a computer room if you do like this in the entire base. But yeah, thank you guys. Hope you survived my bad English and hope you learned something. Yeah, thank you.